In this video, we'll take a look at placing electrical symbols based on a coverage radius and utilizing the architectural spaces that we've got defined in the electrical database. So we've seen in earlier videos of creating a new file, setting up our electrical project, and how we can use our building properties tool up here in the space management group of tools in the electrical ribbon. So I'll choose that and navigate over to the Office 1, room number 101 here in my project, so we can highlight the space in the building manager and choose this display room shape. So that will not only show me the outline of the shape in the bold green in my views, it will zoom all the open views I have to that space. And then I can do a right click to return to the building manager and then close out of the building manager. So in our electrical ribbon in the symbols group in this set of tools right here, we have the place symbols by coverage radius. So if we choose that tool, notice the prompt is asking us for the first point. So it's wanting to know which space are we wanting to place these symbols in. So over in view 2, which is in a top orientation, I'll just pick a point out here in space. Now you can define the shape outlines with this. Now you can define these shape outlines at this point in the project. At this point, while you're utilizing these tools, in this case I've already got those defined in the library. But if I were needing to define this space, I would snap on to the corners and just move around to get that outline of that space defined. So instead, I'll just pick anywhere inside the space. And then you notice the prompt, this is where it says, a reset or right click will search the room to find that space outline. A data point or left click is where I could go ahead and define the polygon if I needed to. So in this case, I don't need to. So I'll just move my cursor towards the center of the space, do a reset or right click, and then it will find that space polygon, again, that we've imported in from the architectural model, which was done in an earlier video. So we get our place symbols by coverage radius tool. We can set our settings here. I'll set the radius to, I'll leave it at 5 feet, and then the height I'll set to 10 feet. And then here we can select our symbol. So if I choose the select button right here, I see it's got a manual station halon right there. And I'm going to change this to occupancy. I will change this to an occupancy sensor. So remember our symbol manager, how our library is organized here into categories, and then as we expand the categories, we see the groups, and I'll choose the signal. I'll choose the lighting and power group, and the occupancy sensors. I'll choose the lighting and power category, then the occupancy sensors group. Once we choose that group, then we see the symbols that are within that group. And I'll choose the occupancy sensor ceiling mounted symbol right here. And then we can say OK in the symbol manager. We can set our angle for the symbol. Anytime you see this preview button in the placement dialog box, that means I can preview the settings that I've got here, see how it looks in the model, and if I need to, I can adjust the settings. So if I say preview right here, the application will do some calculating because it's looking at that shape, the polygon of that shape, and then I can see that it's showing me the preview of it. Now, in this case, I need to change the setting, so I'll do a reset. Notice the prompt says data point or reset, either one, to end the preview. And so I've got too many occupancy sensors in there, so I'll change the radius to 15 feet. So just an example there of how we can utilize that preview button. I'll hit it again here. Again, to preview our settings. So that looks better. I've got the occupancy sensors based on this polygon shape of the space here. And the application is calculating the radius coverage and then giving me the proper amount of sensors that I need in this particular space. So I'll do a reset to come back to the dialog box, choose the CAD button to get them actually placed out here, and then I see that I've got my occupancy sensors out here in my model. So the 2D representation on the floor here, if I rotate my view dynamically, I did my Control-Shift right-click there, I'll rotate my view, and there you can see the 3D representation up here in the ceiling. Again, I'll rotate that around a little bit so we can see that. So the occupancy sensor 3D symbol and 2D symbol placed by a coverage radius.